Okay, so now we need to label all of our artwork. And I grabbed a bunch of examples of former students' work, a little bit of my work. So I don't actually know the titles of these pieces. Sorry, guys, but I'm going to do my best. So this was a student named Natalie. So I'm going to call this Natalie's skull. And the medium, this was um, laser cut relief, excuse me, from 2392 digital printmaking. The instructor was Leslie Friedman, that's me, and I'm just going to clarify um, wood blocks made using the laser cutter. Maybe they weren't wood blocks, it might have been acrylic blocks. Okay, and then after I put in that information, it's going to save as you go. That's just one of the beauties of being part of 2019. But if you needed to stop in the middle, you could hit done, or you can use these arrows to go to the next image. So this next image, I think, was my student Macy's curved lines. You, again, please put your more creative titles in here. This is ink on paper. This is from Art 1011. Again, I was the instructor. Now, you will not be the instructor, you will be the student. So you want to put in your instructor's name here, and those should change. I don't think I need to add any additional information, but if you wanted to explain the assignment, especially if it's an unusual assignment, you could do that in this field, or give whatever kind of information you need. Maybe you want to tell us how big something is, if it's really large or really small. And this is an etching by Alyssa, and it's an etching. This was from Art 2360. Again, your girl, Leslie Friedman. So this has, I think this was multi-plate etching. So she got the different colors in there. Or maybe she hand painted it. I'm not sure. But you'd want to write that information in the additional details. You do not have to include additional details. So at this point, you'd want to go through each image, right? Going through each image. If you don't put information, it's going to be like, hey, dude, you got to put in more information. So be sure you fill that out. But let's just say I go through everything and I'm done. Now, as you can see, I'm getting a warning on top of every one of these images because I did not yet fill it out. And that's going to be a problem. You need to put all that requisite information in there. But I'm not going to do that. That's going to take too much time for this demo. What I wanted to show you was, at this point, you want to look over your portfolio and think about the order in which you want to show this work. Now, in general, you always want to start off with some really strong work. So put in the beginning something you're really proud of. I would guess, especially if you're applying to more than one program and you're legitimately applying to more than one program, you don't want to show that you're, too much of a printmaker, too much of a ceramicist, etc. Maybe you start off with one of those foundations courses. So show us some of your strongest work there. But then you want to show, again, your strongest work from the area that you're applying to, and then you can finish off with some supplemental work, and again, maybe have a strong image at the end. These are all things to think about. So as I figure this one out, I'm going to move around this information. Maybe I'm going to start off with these strong 2D images and go into some prints. You can just organize it. Maybe you want to keep all your 2D stuff together and you want to start off with, and then end with my more sculptural pieces. So these are both kind of like print as sculpture. There's some more digital print. Okay, so this image right here, this might happen to you. This image is rotated incorrectly. So I'm going to want to go back, delete this image, go back into my image, open it and rotate it, and bring it back in here, re-upload it. Because you can't rotate images in here, and the jurors for whatever program that you're applying to, or whenever you apply to a show, they're not going to take the time to rotate this image. So you're going to want to take care of that before you submit everything. So once you've organized what you want, so thinking the order starts up here and goes all the way until this being the last image, at that point you can go to next. Now it is telling me that I have not put in the required information. And we know that because I'm doing a demo. So I haven't really done all of that information, but you should totally take note of that and go, whoops, what is that I'm forgetting? And go through and make sure you filled out all the information. So we're going to skip to the next step. And then we want to complete our application. So you would submit it, but it's not letting me submit because I still need to add in information. So it's on this page, you will hit submit and be done with this part of the application. And that's kind of the whole demo. If you have any questions, you should get in touch again with either me, this is Leslie Friedman, your area coordinator of foundations, or with the area coordinators back. Oh, we got to open up that page again. The area coordinators listed here. So if you have any questions specific to a certain area about what you should be doing, contact these people. They're the ones who are going to be part of Selective, who makes it through selective admissions. So these are the right people to ask. So for example, Ed Smith and other painters are going to look at the painting and drawing applicants. And he would be a good person to ask. But again, just a reminder, what we just demoed was just the slide room application. It does not take into consideration the physical submission for graphic design or the physical submission for photography, both of which, I'm trying to scroll, doesn't want to let me. We're thinking. My computer's frozen, but both of which, here we go. Doesn't want to let me. It's mad. Okay. At the bottom of this handout, when the text changes from blue to pink, it's going into those specifications. So here, required physical presentation of work for photography. So read this carefully if you're applying to photography. Read the next one carefully if you're applying to graphic design, because that part of the application, again, is specific to those areas and will be physical, will not be part of what you submit online. Other than that, I think that's kind of it. So again, I'm going to be visiting some classes to go over how to apply online to selective admissions. But if you have any questions, don't be afraid to contact me, Leslie Friedman. Email address is lfriedman@lsu.edu. And I look forward to helping you with your selective admissions inquiries. Thank you.